see if we can teach him something.
The geezer?
We'll see if we can teach him something. He might have a question, but I think he's probably got something else to say too. So if he wants to come out, we'll do that, and then I think from there what we'll do is we'll do a Skype chat.
Sounds good.
So he's coming here. Take it away.
Right, oops.
Yeah, trip over all my junk.
Yeah, I think I just broke the camera.
Oh, no.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I better sit down or I'm going to fall down. There's been a lot of complaints recently about the cost of our health care, and particularly about the prices in hospitals. Guests on TV will point out a hospital charging $300 for a glass of milk or something, and usually something simple. And where did it all come from, and why did it start? I went into the hospital industry about 40 years ago, and at that time, as a hospital administrator, our costs were based on our costs. If we paid $100 for medication, you got it at something reasonable, maybe $110 or something. But what happened was that the state of New York introduced a new reimbursement system for Medicare and Medicaid. They came into the hospital and they said, well, let's see. You have... wait a minute, you don't have any maternity beds, do you? And no, we don't. Okay, well, we're going to reduce your cost by X amount of dollars. And in no time at all, it was virtually impossible for a hospital to make any money because their costs, their charges rather, were based on their previous earlier costs. So what did we do? We did the natural. We sent our charges as high as they could get so that hopefully our reimbursement would be based on charges. Well, things developed further and further, and it just got worse and worse. What the heck was I going to say? Oh, God, the brain does go when you get older, folks. But in any event, hospitals are, in very few instances, being paid through the reimbursement system anything reasonably close to their costs, and they are going further and further in the red. So if you check into a hospital somewhere and see that, well, we charge $1,000 a day, let's say, that may be what they charge, but don't worry, your health insurance will pay them the $90 a day or whatever they pay, and the hospital has to settle for it. So the problems we're facing are not hospital-based, ladies and gentlemen. They are based right in our government, which is just sticking it to the system. And I would submit to you, if we do not do something to correct the problem shortly, and bear in mind we're the only we're the only country in the world that does not have a universal health care system. But something has got to be done, and soon. I thank you very much.
You have any questions for us before you go? I mean...
Yeah, I miss my old Commodore 64.
Actually have one.
Do you really?
In the basement, yep.
Okay, well, if that's...
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what we're going to try to do now is we're going to try to do a Skype chat here. He's got his MacBook, I've got ours, and we're just going to see what we can do here and just show you... I think if Jeff pulls up the screen here, I'm just going to show you real quick how you can download it. Oh, I should probably change that, shouldn't I? I hate when it does that.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to love it. I mean, no matter what laptop you use, no matter what you do, usually you have to say mirror or do this or do that, and then it goes through and it tells you, yes, you can do it. Whatever Jeff's saying there, I can't hear him. Anyways, if you go to Skype.com, which is a fairly,
spell it out.
SKYPE.com, then you can just go here, and it says download on there, right there. You click download, and then you're just going to scroll down, and it says download there. It already says it's giving me the right version. Some places will automatically detect I'm using Mac or I'm using PC, and it'll give you the right version. This does that. So what I'm going to do is just click download, and I've already downloaded that. And when it does that, it pops up this. And basically all this is saying is to install this program, I just drag this Skype over into the applications folder.
That's on a Macintosh. A PC will have a setup icon, which is real similar. You click on that, and it'll automatically install it for you. So I mean, it'll put it in for you, and all you have to do is just keep telling it yes, okay, put it right where it wants to.
Right, and that's because when you do it on a PC, it actually has to go in and change a registry in there and log it in, say this is valid, and send it back to Microsoft and all sorts of good things. Mac just says you're running at your own risk, whatever the software is. So, and we've already done that as well. So I'm just going to open up Skype right here. It's down on the dock, and then it's going to automatically sign in and. Then,
well, you have to set up your account once you have Skype. It'd be your name or a nickname that you have. Give it a password. And
you need an email address. If you don't have an email address, there's plenty of free ones out there. Hotmail, Google Mail, Yahoo has mail, or usually if you get dial-up or any internet service, your internet service provider provides you with some sort of email, some login that they've set up that authenticates to their network, but then it also allows you to log in and check your emails. So you can get it for free just about anywhere. Emails, they don't charge you usually unless you're a huge place.
A corporation or that business, but for individual emails, it's usually free through the provider.
Right, and I think what he wants to do now is he's going to be on his end, and he's going to say, you know, talk to this computer, and this computer's going to accept it. So. Well,
first I got to get on a plane and fly to California so we can make this real. So
well, we'll just have to deal with it.
Okay. Pretend I'm in California then, and I want to talk to Chris. We both have downloaded Skype. We both set up our accounts with the name that we want and a password. And since we can Zoom on yours, do you want to call me?
Let's see here. We should be able to do that. What do we want
that
to
way
see?
People can see what you're doing there.
Let's see. What did you say? Add contact? I'm trying to remember.
No, just click on the. Once you're installed, right there, click on the box there where it says Skype name or phone number, and you can type in me if you want. I mean, that's fine.
What do you got here?
Robert.
Lowercase.
All lowercase.
Oh. All lowercase, I hate that.
Dot. Frederick. 14701. That's me.
And then all we do is we say, call the Skype name. And from there, this laptop, and usually most current laptops have a webcam already built in. All the Macs, even the desktops have that built in. We actually have here a wonderful little, you can buy these at Walmart for $30, $40. The only thing is I can't get it to work on the desktop. For some reason, I tried on my Windows 7 computer, it didn't work. I tried downloading a driver, which is used on Windows, and it didn't seem to work.
And sometimes that happens. You'll buy a piece of equipment or software, it just will not work. There's so many different versions of things, and sometimes you have to play around a lot to make them work. They're called plug and play. They're supposed to just plug right in and go. A lot of people call it plug and pray because you pray that it'll work. It's the technology. There's just so many different things you can plug into a computer, and 99% of the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Right, and a lot of the stuff you get, at least if you get a desktop that maybe has